What's up guys, my name is William Cheng. I'm a first year medical student here at Indiana University. There's a lot of tests that we have to take in medical school and I feel like I'm constantly put in a cycle every single time I take my exams. I go through stages before the test comes up. I go through stages up until the exam. So this past Friday, we just took our last exam for anatomy, and tomorrow, Monday, we will be taking our cumulative, I can't say that word, cumulative. We'll be taking our exam that covers all of anatomy in the past 9 weeks. And as I said before, I go through different stages throughout the quarter. I guess the first stage will be to learn the material. That's when you start out fresh. That's like the time period where I have a handle on things and I know what everything is. And I can kind of relay every single PowerPoint slide back to you. And that's like a time where I feel really good about my study strategies and my study materials and my, I guess, knowledge of the material. And like as the weeks go on and the lectures start adding up, I go through like a different phase where I'm usually pretty strong out of the gate. My study habits are pretty good, and at that point I could probably take the exam given that set amount of materials. My attention span is very short. I think if someone gave me 1 week's worth of material, I could probably study that and get close to 95 to 100. But as the weeks go on and the more material you stack up and the more you have to review, I go into a different phase where like I just get kind of lost in the sauce. Like I'm just swimming, I'm trying to fetch things from previous lectures. I don't know where everything is anymore. There's so many slides I have to go through. Each lecture probably has like anywhere from 50 to 100 slides. And it just feels like there's a lot of material and I can't memorize all that in my head. Like I can't straight recall everything that I've seen before in my head. I know that's not the goal of studying. I think the goal isn't to actively recall material, but rather if someone presented a question, you would know the answer to it. I don't know, I'm the type of person who would recite everything from start to finish. It's kind of like a dog. Like you're training a dog and you train them how to like sit, how to lie down, how to shake hands, how to roll over. I'm the type of dog that would do all those things at once. If someone told me to shake my hand, I would first sit and then I would lie down and I will shake my hand and I'll roll over. And I will try to recite everything I know and try to memorize everything I know and relay it back to you. As opposed to like dogs who like, if you tell them to shake their hand, then they just shake their hand. And they're able to do one thing out of the many things that they've rehearsed or practiced. But for me, I feel like I want to get everything down, and I know if I get everything down, I should be able to do really well on the exam. And yeah, I get stuck. I get kind of lost as the week goes on. I go into a new phase. Kind of a phase where I regather myself and I try to pinpoint which categories I really need to focus on. I put it in my Google Calendar. I put tasks like today I need to read this and do this amount of practice questions. From this time to this time, I should study this, and make a checklist of everything I need to get done throughout the day. Because for me, I really want to start from the beginning and finish all the way to the end. As a medical student, and anyone in medical school can tell you, there is so much content that you can't start from the beginning every single time. You really have to just tackle like what you are deficient in or what you're a little bit weaker on, and just focus on those, trying to get 80-90% of all the material within each section, and you should be good to go. I do like to start from the beginning and work my way all the way to the end, but I find that you can't really do that in med school. So yeah, I tackle my weakest points, namely histo. It's usually histology that I get tripped up on, but I do review that a lot, do a lot of practice questions. And I guess the next stage that happens is the day before the exam, or like 24 hours before the exam, I start getting anxious. Like I get very anxious. I get knots in my stomach, especially like the few hours before the exam. A, I feel like I don't know anything. B, I just really want to just like crawl like just in my bed and just crawl in a hole and just like close my eyes and everything will be okay. And C, yeah, I feel nauseous. I feel like there's a pit in my stomach and it won't go away. Because I'm dedicating so much time in studying, I don't know, I have pent up energy. And if you see me 24 hours before my exam, I tend to yell a lot. I need to like kind of release my energy somehow. So I'll start yelling at my lecture slides. And right now I'm not really putting any effort into going to the gym. So what I do is I just kind of just like open my window or I go to the balcony and just like, I don't know, just let it out. I don't know if that's weird. I don't know if that is troubling, but it does work for me. I think I just have to get used to it. Med school, every other week, you're going to have an exam. This is the first time I'm getting back-to-back exams. So we had our exam on Friday. We have our national board exam. It's called the NBME. That's on Monday. It's like a 2-day turnaround for our cumulative exam. And just 24 hours before the exam, it feels like forever. It's kind of like back in the day when I was taking violin lessons or going to swim practice. I used to swim in high school and middle school. Just dreading getting to the place, dreading going to practice, dreading going to violin lessons, especially because I don't practice at all. You get that pit, you feel sleepy, you just want to just kind of just crawl in a hole, hide in the corner. And I hate it, but I think that will be a part of me for a while. I don't imagine stress disappearing preparing anytime soon. It's just how I deal with it. And I think I'm doing okay. And of course, after the exam is over, you just feel so much better. You get more energy. Friday when I got out, it was really nice outside. It was like 70 degrees, so I went for like a walk. As I mentioned, the leasing office downstairs, there's a dog named Oakley. Play with him a little bit. Since college, I've felt that every single time. Ever since taking the MCAT, I used to have nightmares about the MCAT. Like I would, like the days before taking that exam, I would sleep and I would have dreams about like missing my alarm or like failing the exam. And I would like wake up in the middle of the night and make sure I'm not like late to the exam, make sure I'm like waking up on time, and it'll be like 3 o'clock in the morning. That has happened a lot for all my exams, and it's not ideal, but I've learned to kind of live with it. I'm not sure if you guys have experienced the same thing, but yeah, I just thought that was something I would share. I feel like it's kind of nice to share experiences with other people. This is a little short video I'm doing. I'm still studying. This is like my break time. I have a lot to do for the rest of the day. Break time's over. I'm gonna go back to studying. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. But yeah, I will see you in the next one. Peace.